Are you ready to start earning passive income with Bitcoin? But every time you look into it, you're hit with a wall of confusing jargon, terrifying warnings about electricity bills, and hardware that looks like it belongs on a spaceship. You've seen pictures of giant warehouses filled with screaming machines and rightly thought, yeah, that's not for me. What if I told you that you could get your very first Bitcoin miner from a place you already shop, a place you already trust, and that you could have it up and running, earning you your first pieces of Bitcoin in less time than it takes to watch a movie? It sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, that is exactly what we're going to do in this video, step by step. But first, a serious dose of reality. The world of Bitcoin mining has changed dramatically. Here in late 2025, the network is more competitive than at any point in history. The days of minting a whole Bitcoin on your home computer are ancient history. For most people starting today, this is not a get rich quick scheme. So why do it? Because it's one of the only ways to acquire Bitcoin without directly buying it, to become part of the network that secures the entire system, and to turn a cost, electricity, into a hard asset. And we're going to show you how to do it smartly starting right now. So, why are we even here? What makes the idea of mining Bitcoin so compelling? At its core, it's a beautiful concept. You set up a machine, provide a service to a global network, and in return, you're rewarded with brand new Bitcoin. It's the digital equivalent of panning for gold. It feels like you're printing your own money. The allure is undeniable. Passive income, a way to stack sats without constantly checking the price, and the satisfaction of being an active participant in the Bitcoin revolution. You're not just a holder, you're a builder. That's the dream. Now let's put on the reality check hat because my job is to help you succeed, not sell you a fantasy. The Bitcoin mining landscape of late 2025 is a professional, industrial scale battlefield. It's dominated by massive companies with access to incredibly cheap power and fleets of the most efficient machines on the planet. They are the titans, and we, the at home miners, are the determined hobbyists picking up the scraps. To understand why it's so tough, you need to grasp two fundamental concepts: hash rate and network difficulty. Imagine the entire Bitcoin network is holding a global lottery every 10 minutes. To win the prize, a block of new Bitcoin, you have to guess a specific number. Hash rate is the number of guesses your machine can make per second. An old laptop might make a few thousand guesses. A modern Bitcoin miner, called an ASIC, makes trillions of guesses per second. A higher hash rate means you have more lottery tickets. Now, imagine the lottery organization wants to ensure a winner is found on average every 10 minutes. If a billion new people suddenly start playing, they'll guess the winning number much faster. To counteract this, the organization makes the number harder to guess. This is network difficulty. As more hash rate joins the network, the difficulty automatically increases to keep that 10-minute block time consistent. And in 2025, the network hash rate is at a historical peak. There are more machines guessing numbers right now than ever before. But wait, it gets harder. In April of 2024, an event called the halving occurred. This pre programmed event in Bitcoin's code cuts the block reward in half. Before April 2024, miners earned 6.25 Bitcoin for every block. After the halving, that reward was sliced to just 3.125 Bitcoin. The amount of work is higher than ever, and the reward is half of what it used to be. This event was a profitability squeeze for everyone and pushed many smaller operations out of business. So, am I trying to scare you away? No, I'm arming you with the truth. For the average person, home mining in 2025 is not about getting rich overnight. It's about playing the long game. It's about accumulating small amounts of a valuable asset over time, potentially at a cost lower than buying it on an exchange if you're smart about your setup. It's a hobby that pays, or at least a hobby that could pay. You have to go into this with your eyes wide open, knowing you're a small fish in a vast, turbulent ocean. But small fish can be smart and successful if they know the waters. Before you even think about clicking add to cart, we need to speak the language. Understanding these terms is non negotiable. It's the difference between making a calculated decision and just gambling. First, the machines. You'll hear three terms: CPU, GPU, and ASIC, CPU mining, using a computer's main processor. In the earliest days of Bitcoin, this worked. Today, trying to mine Bitcoin with a CPU is like trying to win a Formula One race on a bicycle. It is functionally impossible and will earn you nothing. GPU mining using a graphics card. GPUs were the standard for mining other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, but for Bitcoin specifically, they've also become obsolete. The competition is just too fierce. ASIC mining. This is where we are today. ASIC stands for Application Specific Integrated Circuit. It's a machine designed to do one thing and one thing only: mine Bitcoin with brutal single minded efficiency. It's millions of times more powerful for Bitcoin mining than the best GPU. If you are serious about mining even a tiny amount of Bitcoin in 2025, you must use an ASIC. Now, let's get into how we measure an ASIC's performance. You'll see two key metrics: hash rate and power consumption. Hash rate. We touched on this, but let's be specific. For modern ASICs, the standard is terahashes per second. 1 terahash is 1 trillion guesses per second. A beginner-friendly miner today might have a hash rate of 90 terahashes per second, while top-tier machines exceed 300 terahashes per second. More hash rate equals more lottery tickets. Power consumption, watts and J per TH. This is the other side of the coin, and frankly, the more important one for a home miner. An ASIC's power draw is measured in watts, W, but the truly critical metric is efficiency, measured in joules per terahash, J per TH. This tells you how much energy the miner needs to produce 1 terahash of power. The lower the J/TH, the more efficient the miner. Think of it like a car's fuel economy. A miner with 100 TH per second at 20 joules per TH is far superior to one with 100 TH per second at 35 joules per TH because it earns the same Bitcoin for a much lower electricity cost. Efficiency is king. This brings us to the most important equation in this whole game: the profitability equation. Revenue from Bitcoin mined, total electricity cost equals your profit or loss. If that number is positive, you're profitable. If it's negative, you are paying more for power than the value of the Bitcoin you're earning. For most beginners, this number will be negative, and we'll see why later. Finally, you need to understand solo mining versus pool mining. Solo mining, this is you with your one miner against the entire global network. If you find a block, you keep the whole 3.125 BTC reward, a life-changing payout. But the odds are astronomically against you. A recent solo miner with a small machine hit the jackpot, but the odds were 1 in 180 million. You could mine for decades and never find a block. Pool mining. This is the only logical choice. A mining pool is a group of thousands of miners who combine their hash rate. This giant collective finds blocks regularly. When the pool finds a block, the 3.125 BTC reward is distributed among all participants, proportional to the hash rate they contributed. You won't get a huge windfall, but you will get a steady, predictable stream of tiny Bitcoin payments every day. It turns the lottery into a consistent paycheck. For beginners, there is no debate. You must join a mining pool. All right, you understand the risks, you speak the language, and you're still here. Let's go shopping. Why Amazon? It's familiar and it feels safe. The idea of wiring thousands to an unknown company overseas is terrifying. Amazon's A to Z guarantee offers a sense of security. However, let's be crystal clear. Buying an ASIC on Amazon is a double-edged sword. You have to treat it like a minefield. Here are the dangers of buying on Amazon: scams and counterfeits, the biggest risk. Sellers might send you a brick in a box or an old, worthless model painted to look new. Insanely inflated prices. This is the most common trap. Sellers often take a miner that costs $2,000 from the manufacturer and list it for $4,000. They're banking on you not doing your homework. Used and abused equipment. Many miners sold on Amazon are from third-party resellers, selling machines that have been running 24/7 in a hot, dusty warehouse for years. These are at the end of their life and prone to failure. Voided warranties. Buying from an unauthorized reseller almost always voids the manufacturer's warranty. If it fails in a month, you can't go to Bitmain or MicroBT for help. Your only recourse is Amazon. So how do we navigate this? You have to become a skeptical detective. In the search bar, be specific. Don't just type Bitcoin miner. Use brand names like Bitmain Antminer, MicroBT WhatsMiner, Canaan Avalon. This filters out a lot of junk. Now let's say a list of miners appears. How do we vet a listing? Step 1, scrutinize the seller. Look at the sold by name. Is it an official brand store or Super Mega Crypto Deals 123? Click on the seller's name. A reputable seller has thousands of ratings over several years. If a seller has 12 ratings from last week, run. Step 2, read the reviews like a hawk. Don't just look at the 5-star average. Filter for the 1, 2, and 3-star reviews. Are people complaining the machine was dead on arrival, covered in dust? Is the hash rate lower than advertised? These are nuggets of truth. Step 3, look for the magic words. Fulfilled by Amazon. This phrase is a crucial layer of protection. It means the product is in an Amazon warehouse, and Amazon handles shipping and customer service. It makes returns infinitely easier if you get a dud. Step 4, the all-important price check. Let's say a miner is listed for $2,500. Open a new tab and search for its official price. A good benchmark in late 2025 is the price per terahash, which can be as low as $16 for the newest machines. You might find the Amazon seller has marked it up by $700. Is that markup worth it? A small premium for convenience might be, but a 40% premium is not. For our tutorial, let's pretend we found a good candidate. We'll call it the hypothetical Home Miner 120 to use as an example. It's sold by a highly rated seller, fulfilled by Amazon, the reviews are solid, and the price is fair. This hypothetical model has a hash rate of 120 terahashes per second and a power draw of 2,760 watts, similar to a real-world model like the Bitmain Antminer S19K Pro. It's a powerful machine, but manageable for a serious home setup. You take a deep breath, double-check everything, and you click Buy Now. Your first Bitcoin miner is on its way, but while it's in transit, we have critical homework to do. That buy button high is real, but don't let it distract you from the most important part of this whole process, preparing your home. An ASIC miner is not a PlayStation. You can't just plug it in under your TV. Failing to prepare for its needs will, at best, lead to an unprofitable machine, and at worst, create a genuine safety hazard. We need to tackle the three-headed beast of home mining: electricity, noise, and heat. First, and most importantly, electricity. This is the profit killer. I cannot overstate this. Your electricity cost is the single factor that will determine if you make or lose money. Big mining farms get power for 3 or 4 cents per kilowatt hour. You're paying residential rates. Your homework is to find your power bill and look for your cost per kilowatt hour, KWA. The US average in late 2025 hovers around 17 to 19 cents per kilowatt hour, but it can be much higher in some states. Now for some brutal math. Our hypothetical Home Miner 120 uses 2,760 watts. Here's its monthly cost. Convert watts to kilowatts. 2,760 W divided by 1,000 equals 2.76 kilowatts. Calculate daily energy use. 2.76 kilowatts times 24 hours equals 66.24 kilowatt hours per day. Calculate monthly energy use. 66.24 kilowatt hours times 30 days equals 1,987.2 kilowatt hours per month. Calculate monthly cost, 1,987.2 kilowatt hours. Your price per kilowatt hour. Let's use an average US rate of 18 cents per kilowatt hour, 1,987.2 kilowatt hours. 18 cents equals $357.70 per month. That's over $350 added to your electricity bill every single month. You need to see this number and fully comprehend it before you even earn a single Satoshi. The second part of the electricity puzzle is the plug. Many high-performance ASICs, like our example, require a 240-volt outlet. This is the larger outlet your electric dryer or oven uses, not a standard wall plug. If you don't have a spare 240-volt outlet in your garage, you will need to hire an electrician to install one. This is a hidden cost that surprises many beginners. Second, noise. Imagine a vacuum cleaner that never turns off. ASIC miners are server-grade equipment. The fans they use to prevent melting are incredibly loud. A miner like the S19K Pro operates at 75 decibels, as loud as a garbage disposal. This is not something you can have in a living room or office. The noise is constant and penetrating. The only acceptable places are a garage, a basement, or a dedicated shed. Third, heat. An ASIC is a very expensive space heater. That 2,760 watts of electricity is converted almost entirely into heat. Your miner will be constantly pumping out hot air. In the winter, this can be a bonus for heating a garage. But in the summer, this heat is a serious problem. It can quickly raise the room temperature, causing the miner to slow down or shut off to protect itself. You need a ventilation plan. At a minimum, use a window and a box fan to vent the hot air outside. Better yet, use dryer ducting to pipe the hot air directly out. So, before that box arrives, you need answers. Where will it live? What outlet will it use? What's my electricity cost? How will I handle the noise and heat? The day has arrived. The Amazon box is on your doorstep. This is the fun part, but don't rush. Bring the box to the space you prepared and carefully unbox the miner. Now, take inventory. You'll probably find the ASIC miner, and that's it. Here's the first gotcha. Power cords are almost always sold separately. Miners ship globally and cord standards differ. You'll need to buy the correct heavy-duty cord for your 240-volt outlet. Don't cheap out here. A flimsy cord is a fire hazard. Some miners have an external power supply unit, PSU, while others are integrated. Our example is integrated, which is cleaner. The physical connection is beautifully simple. There are only two cables. Step 1, the internet connection. Plug one end of an Ethernet cable into your router and the other into the port on your miner. A wired connection is not optional. ASICs do not have Wi-Fi. They need a stable wired connection to talk to the mining pool. Step 2, the power connection. Take your heavy-duty power cord, plug one end into the miner and the other firmly into your prepared 240-volt outlet. That's it. The physical setup is done. But wait, do not power it on yet. Once you flip that switch, the fans will roar to life, but the miner has no idea what to do. It doesn't know which pool to mine to or which wallet to send rewards to. It will just be a very loud box wasting electricity. We need to configure it first from the peace and quiet of your office computer. This is the final boss battle. It's where we tell the miner how to start earning Bitcoin for you. Step 1, find your miner's IP address. Your miner is on your home network and your router has assigned it a local IP address like 192.168.1.150. We need to find it. The router method. Log into your router's admin page, usually by typing 192.168.1.1 or 192.168.0.1 into a browser. Look for a connected devices or client list. You should see a new device, often named Antminer or something similar. Note the IP address. The IP scanner method. This is often easier. The miner's manufacturer usually provides a free IP reporter tool. Download it. Go to your miner. Press and hold the IP report button and then power it on. Run the software on your computer and it should pop up with the IP address. Step 2, access the miner's dashboard. Open a web browser and type in the IP address you just found. You'll see a login screen. For almost every ASIC, the default login is username, root password, root type that in, and click login. The very first thing you should do is find the administration tab and change this default password. Step 3, join a mining pool. We need an account with a mining pool to get our daily paycheck. Good options for 2025 include Brains Pool, F2 Pool, or via BTC. Let's use Brains Pool as an example. Go to their website and create an account. Once you're logged in, you need two things: the pool server addresses, Stratum URLs. Find the list of URLs like stratum plus tcp:/btc.brainspool.com:3333. Copy the URL for the region closest to you. Your worker name. In the pool's dashboard, create a worker. The format is usually your username.workername. So if your username is Bitcoin Lover, your worker might be bitcoinlover.garageminer1. Step 4, configure the miner. Go back to your miner's dashboard. Find the miner configuration or settings section. You'll see fields for 3 pools, a primary, and 2 backups. URL 1, paste the Stratum URL for the server closest to you. Worker 1, enter your full worker name, e.g. bitcoinlover.garageminer1, password 1. The password field is trivial, just type X or 123. Paste the backup pool URLs into the second and third slots. This ensures you have no downtime if the primary connection fails. Double check everything, then click Save and Apply. Step 5, the live moment. The miner will save the settings and restart. Go back to the status or dashboard page in the miner's interface. Be patient. After a few minutes, you'll see it. A number will appear next to current hash rate. It will fluctuate, but it will be there. The status will change to mining or alive. That's it. You did it. Your machine is officially hashing. To confirm, go back to your mining pool's website. After 5 to 10 minutes, your worker should appear there, reporting the hash rate it's receiving from your machine. Congratulations. You are now officially a Bitcoin miner. Your miner is humming, the dashboard looks good, and your pool account confirms you're live. The big question echoes, so, am I rich yet? Let's kill that notion right now with cold, hard math. It's time to open a Bitcoin mining profitability calculator. Let's plug in the numbers for our home miner 120 using realistic assumptions for late 2025. Hash rate, we enter 120 terahashes per second. Power consumption, we enter 2,760 watts. Electricity cost, this is the killer. Let's use the US average of 18 cents per kilowatt hour. Pool fee, let's enter a standard 2%. Now we click calculate. The result appears. It will show you your estimated daily Bitcoin earnings. But then it shows you the most important line, profit. And at an 18 cents per kilowatt hour electricity cost, the daily profit number is almost certainly negative. A real-world calculation from late 2025 shows that even at a cheaper rate of 12 cents per kilowatt hour, a similar miner would lose money every day. This is the most critical lesson in this entire video. At typical residential electricity rates in 2025, you will likely be operating at a loss. The average home miner is unlikely to recoup the cost of both the hardware and the electricity. So, why on earth would anyone do this? Two main reasons. First, you are playing the long game. You aren't mining for today's dollar value. You are acquiring a specific amount of Bitcoin, say 0.0001 BTC, for a fixed electricity cost. If you believe the price of Bitcoin will be significantly higher in the future, then the power you spent today to acquire that fraction of a coin could be an incredible bargain. It's a long term accumulation strategy. Second, you might have access to ultra cheap power. If you can get your electricity for under 5 cents per kilowatt hour, the profitability equation changes dramatically. Suddenly, your daily cost might be a few dollars, while your earnings are significantly more. This is the goal, but it's a reality out of reach for most people. You must be honest with yourself about your goals. If you're looking for quick profits, this is not the way. But if you are a long term Bitcoin believer who wants a way to consistently accumulate the asset and you've accepted the costs, then you are on the right path. If after all these warnings, you're still excited to start your mining journey, then you're the right kind of person for this hobby. I've put some links in the description to guides on how to choose a home miner and to some reputable dealers. Some of those are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you if you make a purchase. It's a great way to support the channel, but please do your own research and only buy what is right for you. Now, I want to hear from you. It's the most important number in this whole game. What are you paying for electricity? Let me know your cost per kilowatt hour in the comments below. Let's see what the real world costs are for this community. So we've walked through the dream of Bitcoin mining and crashed it into the competitive reality of 2025. We've built your vocabulary explaining ASICs, hash rate, and efficiency. We navigated the minefield of buying a miner on Amazon and did the essential homework on power, noise, and heat. Finally, we went through the entire physical and digital setup from the box to the blockchain. You now know more than 99% of people about what it really takes to be a Bitcoin miner today. You understand the costs, the risks, and the real reasons for doing it. You're no longer a novice asking, where do I start? You have the complete roadmap. You are now a Bitcoin miner. If this guide gave you the dose of reality and confidence you needed, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be diving even deeper into this world in future videos. Thanks for watching.